Make her look like a popsicle.
Like a fucking popsicle. What's happening, you bad motherfuckers? The church or what's happening now, bitches? Tuesday night. Tomorrow's Wednesday. We figure we take the fucking day off. Sam Tripoli's here tonight.
In the house.
From Punch Drunk fucking Sports and many other podcasts. Sam Tripoli.
At the church.
Brian Cowan. These guys got like 18 different fucking podcasts. I don't know how they do it. Brian Cowan's on the 8-minute podcast, a 10-minute podcast. He's got a sports podcast, the Brian Cowan Man Hour. How the fuck do they do it? I'm a hunter.
I'm a hunter.
Who the fuck knows? What's up with you, Flying Jew? Everything all right with you?
Everything's
all day
fine
you've been
for
all
like
fucked
10 minutes.
up.
Oh, man, you got high fast, dude. You are high.
Last night,
I'm not high right now.
Last night I got the highest I've ever been on THC.
What?
I blacked out for the last hour. I probably had 800 milligrams in me deep.
Well, you should have seen. I should have taken a picture. We had
oh my god,
all the stars, and I don't know what you ate before you got here.
I had 2 candies, then I got here and I ate 2 stars. By the time I left here, I was so fucking hungry. I had to eat the chocolate bar. That was 240
that happened to me. Yeah, that's happened to me when I was in
240
Toronto.
milligrams, and then I got so high with the chocolate bar, I had to eat the fucking peanut butter cookie, and that was another 140 fucking.
You were eating the chocolate bar during the podcast. You take it out, like, eat a corner and
I
put it
was
back.
fucking. I went to pee at 2 in the morning. Everything was purple at that time. I took ecstasy on 1440 North Gardner. It was something that I fucking could. I was high as shit. I got up when I went to acupuncture. She said something to me at 1 o'clock. She goes, "Did you smoke a lot of pot before you come here tonight?" I go, "I smoked the usual." She goes, "How long ago?" I got smoked like 6 in the morning, 7:30, 8:15, that type of shit. And I got busy. She goes, "Man, there's a lot of reefer in you." So I go, "Oh, last night I must have dropped a fucking
1,000 milligrams.
Oh my god, I got fucked up, and I called him a few times. This fucking guy got up, got in his car, and went for Yum Yum Donuts
At like 11 o'clock.
That's how strong. That's how tough his nails. This fucking guy.
Yum Yum Donuts,
The
dog.
best.
I was so fucking
The
high.
Hollywood one? Or
No,
just,
No,
there's
right
one right
over
here.
right over here.
the one in
Fucking
Hollywood's
low,
shady.
Oh no, that one in Santa
and
Monica.
It tastes funny and shit. Like they jerk off, like they whack off in the fucking something. Something's not right. Because I had Yum Yum.
That's cream filled.
Years ago. No, they whack off in the battle like Brad Pitt in Fight Club. They fucking over here. They got a Yum Yum on Lancashire, and it's disgusting.
Yeah, I didn't go that one.
I ate there one time. It was disgusting. The Yum Yum is by the school.
On Magnolia.
On Magnolia. That's the Mac Daddy across from Taco Bell.
Yeah.
Next to the hamburger joint.
Is that
good
hamburger
shit.
joint good? I heard that hamburger place is pretty good.
You know what, man? I went there. It had to be 5 years ago. Me and Terry were walking around the neighborhood. Went in there. Got a hamburger. It was what it was.
No, but I ate pretty healthy last night. Before that, I only had a little bit to eat, but then around 11 o'clock I just couldn't take.
Nuts.
And I wanted just glazed donuts, but I said glazed and I didn't even look, and he gave me the bars, like the twisted bars. Oh,
you killed both of them.
Yeah.
Oh,
I used to love the Half Moon, dude. I used to own, as a kid, I couldn't stop crushing Half Moon.
What's a Half Moon?
When it's half chocolate, half vanilla frosting all day.
Oh,
I like French colors, but they always have frosting on them out here. I like just the plain glazed ones.
I grew up on fucking Entenmann's, the chocolate with the white balls. And then when you took them out, the sugar fell off, and they were chocolatey as fuck. Then I think Entenmann stopped making those. I like Dunkin' Donuts when I was a kid in Jersey, apple and spice.
It's gone
It's garbage now. Now they're garbage.
Because of corporate, right? They went corporate. When they were like little mom and pop,
they
that
took
was
the
a
fat
shit.
out. They took the fat out of the fucking donut.
I finally went to the one in Santa Monica, and I just got a drink, and it wasn't the same.
Why are we making healthy donuts? You're eating donuts.
What the fuck? I know.
It's donuts.
Yeah. No, it's
I'll tell you what, that coffee they got, the high level Brazilian bold or whatever they have
at 7-Eleven?
At Dunkin' Donuts,
Oh,
it's
okay.
fucking top notch.
I don't
That shit'll
drink
keep
coffee.
you up. That shit'll keep me
Do you
up
ever
till
eat
3:30.
pizza at 7-Eleven? You ever see people go to 7-Eleven, they get like
No.
dinner? They're
No.
like it's like they're going to a restaurant?
No.
He tortures me every time we go, because we'll go when I'm high, and he'll be like, "What, you want one of these pizzas?"
Those fucking wings and those churros
Oh,
they got.
God.
Those sticks.
It's like you gotta hate yourself.
Oh my God, those little Indians that haven't washed their fingers in 15
And they
years.
always try to upsell me.
Oh yeah, they always get you. They don't fuck around.
Do it 3 wings, 30 cents. I'm like, get the fuck
I
out
want
of
to
here.
know what a fucking 7-Eleven makes a day. But when I was in Buffalo, the cab driver, he lived here. And he goes, for 5 years I ran Sherman Oaks, Canoga Park. His uncle owns 11 of them, and he ran 5 of them.
They must make millions.
Millions. And he said that fucking he would make a ton of loot there as a manager, but he didn't like his wife got divorced. Who the fuck knows? But I know that 7-Eleven, they fucking upsell you. They got everything. In a year, they're gonna have clothes.
They say if you own a 7-Eleven, you're a millionaire. One 7-Eleven. That's how much money you make on those motherfuckers.
They don't stop. You sit there, they don't stop, and they sell everything: hot dogs, churros, the fucking petrified pizza that I know you ate.
I've never eaten that.
Even their bananas are different.
Yeah,
like their bananas even have like a weird look to them and shit.
They're third world bananas.
That chicken salad on fucking wheat bread ain't bad.
Ooh.
You've eaten that?
Oh, fuck yeah.
I would never eat anything with mayonnaise. The Italian thing you've
I agree with that. I agree with that.
The Italian ain't bad then. The Italian sandwich, take it home, take the lettuce off.
The lettuce is always bad.
Put it in the oven, dope it up, put some lettuce, some olive oil, some vinegar, and some fucking oregano with some crushed red pepper. Shit. You wouldn't know the difference. You know why? Because they got real pepperoni. When you bite into the pepperoni, you're like, oh my God, this...
I can't take egg salad if it's wrapped up. Do you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like egg salad should never be sold in a wrap.
No. Egg salad's got to be poured. I got to see it.
Yeah.
I got to see the hand. I want him to be a bad magician. I got to see the fucking hand, cocksucker, with egg salad, shrimp when I was a kid, dog.
Magician. That's a line right there.
When I was a kid, there was a place on Bergen Boulevard, 666. It was like 33666, and that's what we called it, Deli 666. It was in a fucking white neighborhood, but they were Japanese people. But they made a fucking shrimp salad that would make your fucking asshole curl up. On fucking New Jersey bread, that fucking Guinea bread that's hard.
Fried shrimp or steamed shrimp?
No, shrimp salad with the mayo.
Yeah.
No fried,
I've never heard of shrimp salad before.
Oh,
Just rock shrimp, like little shrimps?
No, like big prawns, and they cut it up. And they put celery and little pieces of coleslaw and lettuce, a little spicy in that motherfucker. And they put it in like a long sub. Fuck.
Did you see that picture someone tweeted us of the North Bergen newspaper this morning?
Did you see that shit?
They're calling the mayor, like, they compared him to Hitler.
What happened?
Apparently he's a dictator. He's taking like $500,000 in 3 salaries.
When I sit here, all right, I'm a felon. We got that out of the way. I'm a felon. But the reason why this podcast is never politically open, is because I have no knowledge of politics. But the reason why is because I do not care.
Yeah.
Because it's just being a fucking criminal without a gun. That's how smart they are. They're criminals without a gun. When I think of the mayor of my hometown, I get my stomach. And he's got these people hypnotized. He's like Jim Jones. And it's old. It's from last week.
Oh,
they just retweeted it again to break my balls because somebody retweeted it last week, and it shows him, Fidel Castro. Those guys there's a bunch of those guys that the higher they get multiple jobs. So they'll get.
So he's taking like 3 salaries.
I saw the headline. It said 3 salaries, and that's not even with the illegal kickbacks.
Right.
He's getting.
He's probably gets he's probably like superintendent in schools. He's the mayor. And he's probably something of transportation.
Yeah, dude, if you run for public office, you're probably a scumbag. I mean, that's just my opinion.
Well, you start off with a great intention. I don't believe that you start off with a great intention. And when you go up to people, if they're sleazy, if they got a lot of teeth and they're always fucking smiling motherfuckers, or people who look in the face. There's people that I bet start off with great intentions, and then they just run in and they're surrounded with fucking douchebags. How many times did you have people here that you knew from the Comedy Store? And all of a sudden one day they became a writer on a show or something, and they got surrounded by these fucking hipsters or something.
Yeah.
So, you see this guy one night in Los Feliz, and you're like, hey, and he's like, excuse me, I gotta go, and he shakes your hand.
Happens all the time.
Happens all the time. And you're like, I knew you. We used to run together
all
at
the
Comedy
time.
Store. We used to walk the Pink Dot and share a fucking meatball sandwich. And now you're going to treat me this way.
Yeah.
They just...
Well, what would you do if someone offered you $500,000? If someone offered me $500,000 and then said, all you have to do is pass a couple laws that make my business make more money, I'd probably do it. $500,000 a year is a lot of money.
There's different ways, and I agree with you. The medical companies, the pharmaceutical companies.
Yeah.
That's all the way up in the top. That's like a complete different fucking form of stealing. You're taking 3 people. You come to me and go, listen, next year Sam Tripoli wants to squash this law. talk to him about it. Here's $300,000. I give Sam $100,000. I keep $200,000. When the scam goes down, I rat on Sam because he took the $100,000. It's fucking amazing. Like I don't even think, well, let me at least save Sam, and look Sam in the eye. And go, Sam, you owe me one. When I get out of here, give me a fucking job no matter what.
Right.
You follow me? No, they rat on Sam.
Oh yeah, that's what they do, dude.
It's really. I grew up in that.
Yeah.
I grew up in that from the time I moved to North Bergen downtown. Once I started hanging out with Carmine Balzano, who I put a picture on Facebook the other day.
I saw that.
Of him and I eating at the thing. I understood it. When I go walk around with him, he'd tell me, come to these Spanish people's house and talk to them in Spanish, to get votes and shit like that. And I saw it, but they had great intentions. The Mako administration, Steve Mako's father from America's Top Team, his uncle, they had great intentions. But then something happened in my hometown that destroyed my hometown forever. The waterfront. All those pictures you see of New York City are taken from fucking North Bergen, West New York, Fort Lee, Hoboken, all that surrounds that waterfront. Well, once they started building in that waterfront, just when I tell you this will freak you out, because till this day it freaks me out. And I called him about 3 months ago, and we had a great conversation. My 8th grade teacher was the mayor of Weehawken. That's like my 8th grade teacher in North Hollywood being the mayor of Studio City. Like, it's like, you're the fucking mayor.
Yeah.
Why are you teaching an 8th grade class? And it wasn't a no-show job. He was there every day, and he loved it, and he fucking, but can you imagine that? That's how creepy my hometown is.
Yeah.
That the mayor of Weehawken, till this day, the only reason why I could figure out why the mayor of Weehawken was a North Bergen teacher is because of that fucking waterfront. Because he went to jail. He ended up going to jail, my high school teacher. Wally Lindsay ended up going to jail. Some on the waterfront buildings, some scam. In fact, when we spoke a couple months ago, he told me that they wrote a script and James Franco was going to play him.
Well, what about, what's that city where Barone's from?
Hoboken.
Isn't that like more expensive than New York City, or just as expensive now?
Yeah.
Because everyone's moving there because it was cheaper, but now,
well,
it's not apartments.
You remember the movie American Hustler?
Yeah.
The American Hustle that just came out a little while ago.
Yeah.
Like, that's what you're talking about. It's like the guy who plays the mayor in that, he's corrupt only because he's trying to help the community.
Right.
And then he ends up going to jail. That's why I didn't like that movie. And it was there was individually great acting in that movie, but the movie should have been about the mayor trying to do well, having to work with scumbags instead of a bunch of scumbags trying to F this mayor over. But that's exactly what you're saying. Like, he wanted to help the community, but he had to play a little game. He had to play a little ball, and he ended up getting fucked by these dudes and going to jail. You know what I'm saying? They take all the money, they rat him out, he goes to jail, but they end up, he's only doing like 5 years or something.
There's not one mayor in Hudson County where I'm from that ever just resigns or stops. They all end up in jail.
I heard the same thing about like Illinois governors, like Chicago governors, like the past 3 or 4 of them.
Yeah, they all end up in jail because they just, listen, you just get too greedy. The word gets out and you start stealing with 3 fucking hands. Everybody who comes to you, hey man, I want to build a Honda dealership over here, but it's a no zone. Let me see what I can do. All right, I'll call my office in a week. Yeah, come on down. The problem is this guy wants $80,000. I want $70,000. The handicapper. What is it? The guy who draws it. The engineer wants 20.
Architect.
And the architect wants 20. And at the end of the day, nobody wants nothing.
Yeah.
Nobody wants nothing. It's just all me. I'm just making up numbers. That's all they do. That's how they rob you.
Well, what about these cable companies? Like, what we're paying for business internet here is probably 5 times what I'm paying, but I get at home, but I get faster at home, and it's because they just don't have. There's no other competition.
No. They zone it out. It's the weirdest thing. This is supposed to be some kind of like capitalism, but they've all it's all collusion, man.
It's like the mafia.
Yeah,
it's
you got
Time
that
Warner
neighborhood, we got this
or
neighborhood.
AT&T over here, correct?
And AT&T doesn't even have the speed. So yeah, those are the 2 options
it's
we have.
It's a monopoly.
And then Comcast and Time Warner combined, and the biggest thing they're saying is because they're getting investigated for monopoly, and the biggest thing they're saying is, oh, well, we're on different sides of the country. Well, yeah, Time Warner took the West Coast, and Comcast took the East Coast, and that's you have like maybe you're lucky if you have 3 options.
It's
with
duopoly.
Cable, Fios, Verizon, and AT&T.
I can't believe that flies. I cannot believe that people let that shit fly, dude. They're like, you can only get that cable company. If you live there, you have to go through them. There's no negotiating or fighting over prices.
People need internet too much. People what you would have to do is boycott internet, but no one's going to do that.
Well, how do you get your own internet? How do they own the internet? How come I can't just grab it from the sky and get it on my own shit?
Well, that's why that net neutrality thing is really scary. But I forget who did it, but somebody just made it illegal or put it on a way to, because what they were going to do is slow down certain websites.
Yeah.
For fees or whatever.
What they're going to make it was going to make it harder for an independent contractor or an artist to, their website was going to take a lot longer to load up, and then all the big corporations would be fast. Boom, 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 boom. But the FCC guy was like, no, we can't have that. It was like the most amazing thing because everyone thought for sure he was just going to say goodbye to net neutrality, which would have fucked the internet. You know, this NSA stuff that's going on, it really has fucked just the internet, because what's going on is like Brazil is making their own internet.
Wow, really?
Which means it's going to be completely detached from our internet, which is going to pretty much ruin the internet. The point of the internet was everybody's connected.
Yeah.
Now because we're spying on everybody, now they're breaking it up, so they're going to have their own internet, and it's going to.
Well, did you hear about Samsung? What happened with Samsung like the last couple of days? They have these TVs now where in the commercials you would talk to the TV and say on or off or whatever, and they just put out, don't have private conversations in front of the TVs because the TVs are recording all the stuff and sending it to a third party.
Oh my God!
Samsung actually came out and said, don't have any important conversations in front of our TVs because they're getting recorded.
I've been telling you that for 20 fucking years.
Dude, this shit's just, it's everything that we saw in the movies is now happening. Like, I'm writing with this guy named Ben Wolfson, and he's like writing, and I couldn't hook up the AIM chat thing. So he's like, hold on, let me take over your screen. And the dude from where he's at takes over my home screen, starts clicking on it. I'm like, what the fuck is this, dude? I've never seen that shit before. Have you ever seen where some other dude way over there runs your fucking screen?
I throw him out. That's when I throw you out of the fucking house. How'd you do it? I don't want to know. Get the fuck out, cocksucker. And if my TV gets robbed, I'll fucking hit you in the head with a pipe, you fuck.
Weird ass shit, dude.
It's you know, the public isn't really aware of corruption at any level. We all want to believe that everybody has our back. You know, Joe American wakes up in the morning, goes to work 40 hours a week. He gets a pension. They take taxes out. At the end of the year, he pays a tax, or he finds a bunch of loopholes and he doesn't pay a tax. And we feel protected at every level. We lock 2 doors at night. We shut the windows, and that's it. That's it. That's not it, guys.
Yeah.
That's not really it.
Yeah.
So, and there's so many things that we just bank on. You know, we wake up in the morning. I can't even tell you who the mayor of Studio City is. I can't tell you who the mayor of fucking Hollywood is. I don't give a fuck. It's got nothing to do with my fucking world, because, you know, my world, we're trying to move straight ahead. I'm sitting there going, well, the mayor race in this town is tight. Who gives a fuck? You don't even live there. What do you give a fuck if they put a park for little kids? I don't give a fuck if pigeons die or not. Everybody's always, you know, wants to save the whale, motherfuckers.
Right.
But it's, as a young man, I saw so much of it that wasn't disgusting to me. I wasn't turned off by it. I didn't judge you by it. I just saw the way things worked. So when I see some guy going, yeah, I'm going to the mayor's office and talking about this, I'm just giggle. I just giggle in my fucking head, because I know that this idiot doesn't even know. You got to show up with an envelope.
Did you ever think about becoming a politician? Because
No.
I knew you wanted to be a lawyer, and that kind of leads right into that.
No. There was no. When I left North Bergen, I had done all these little crazy things, but the first time I realized I had to leave was when these people came up to me and they're like, "Hey, man, you've been getting away with murder lately. You got to help us now." And I knew that they didn't want me to put a suit on. They wanted me to burn crosses and do crazy shit like that. And I just didn't want to do it for the sake of fucking politics. For what?
Right.
It's like anything else I didn't want to do as a kid. You know, we robbed this thing one time. We probably got $25,000, and these gangsters came up to me. They're like, well, give us half, and we'll protect you. What are you talking about? What the fuck are you talking? Half? I'm not going to give you half. I'll give you a couple hundred. You stick around, you have a beer, you do a couple of lines. But I ain't giving you half for fucking nothing.
Right.
And that's what it becomes. You know, I never understood the mafia. The mafia, wait a second. Let me get this straight. So I'm going to go out all week and risk my fucking neck to make moves. And at the end of the week, if I make $5,000, I got to give you a percentage of my money. But if I want to move up in the ranks, I got to give you the most money. So even though Lee kills 18 guys and whatever, if Lee only shows up at 300, Lee is 300. If I show up and I move coke, but I tell them I'm a bookie, and I show up and I give them $3,000 a fucking week, every week, that's $12,000 a fucking month I give some fucking schmuck. After about 2 years, he'll make me a gangster. He'll make me into the mafia. I could tell him I'm a bookmaker, but the whole time, I'll be selling fucking blow. Do you follow what the point is here? Here you are, a solid guy. You'll shoot people in the head. They don't judge you by that. He's a solid guy.
You're a solid guy. You shoot people.
How many people have somebody that
I'm a
goes,
good
Trips, what are you
gunman.
doing tonight? Do me a favor. Cover your ears, Lee. No, you fucking. On the way home, go shoot Devo. You know your buddy, the long-legged one you do the podcast with?
Yeah.
Go shoot him. End his fucking life. How many people have that they could have that power? I could just look at you and go, stop on the way home and shoot Tripoli. He's got to go. He's a fucking rat. He went to Sirius XM. You know.
Do you ever see the movie Iceman Coming? Iceman Coming, the doc, where he's like, to get into the mob, they just drove around and the guy's like, randomly, killed that dude walking the dog. And the guy just walked up behind him, boom! Got back in his car and drove off, and that's how he got in.
But those people were psycho fucking pads.
Yeah.
See, that was something that people never understood. Like, that crew was completely whacked out. The problem with that crew was they weren't 6 zombies. They really were 6 zombies. But again, Roy DeMeo made so much money. He was giving away $50,000 a week. When somebody gives you $50,000 a week, you're like,
yeah.
And I'm giving you $50,000. I don't know what you're giving Tripoli. You might give Tripoli 10 and say, this is all that fat fuck only gave me 10 grand. You don't know because he don't want to talk to me. He never wants to talk to me.
Right.
So you don't know. So he kept giving him money until DeMeo kept saying, hey, what the fuck? I give you a ton of money. When are you going to talk to Paul Castellano? And finally they called Paul Castellano at a weak moment. He goes, make him. And once they made DeMeo didn't even report to like anywhere. They didn't even want him around. He made people nervous at weddings and shit. So they told him, don't even come around. He reported to one guy only because they were creepy. They sat around at this bar. I don't know what the name of the bar was, not the Motion Lounge. There was something else, this bar. And that's where they planned. And they killed people right next door. So if they wanted to kill you, they just invite you to the bar and they go, you hungry? Yeah. They take you inside. A guy would come out. They shoot you in the head. They wrap a towel around you. Then they'd stab you in the heart so the heart would stop bleeding. Then they'd take you in the tub and they'd hang you upside down. They drain you. And then they come back 6-7 hours later after they eat lunch and they cut you up into pieces. I swear to fucking God. These people, that's not a gangster. Cutting people up and putting them in a fucking tub is not a gangster.
Right, that's insane.
It's insanity. That's just another word for
Psychopath.
Yeah, that's another word for Charles Manson.
Yeah.
Okay? A gangster's a psychopath. He could kill you, but he's out there robbing. He's out there fucking money. He's not. These guys.
And there's some rules, right?
Yeah,
There's some rules.
These guys killed over 200 people. They weren't in it for the mafia. They were in it for a license to kill people. They were zombos. They were fucking zombies.
Zombos.
What are your thoughts on the mob? Because you grew up with it. Are you pro? Like, do you hate them?
Am I pro? Am I hate them? No, I do not hate anybody like that. I grew up with a bunch of kids that their parents were involved or whatever. I didn't hate them. I just hated what they represented in a way, like what people got from them. Like, I don't like when a guy walks around, like when a guy walks around and he's angry. Like, why should a guy be sitting at a table by himself, like in thought, like, and 2 guys are standing there like bodyguards? What does he do that he's so much better than us that he could sit there by himself in deep thought and think while everybody else is like that type of shit? I always saw it for what it was. They're fucking hoodlums. That's all they are. They're guys cutting fucking corners trying to make a living. And they probably earn $20,000 a week, which in the fucking street world, that's a ton of money. When I wake up on a Monday morning and by Friday I put together 15 grand on the street, what does that mean, Joey? Tuesday, Tripoli shows up with a fucking truck full of TVs. And he says, Joey, I just want $10,000 for the load. I go out and make I make 20,000. That 20,000 is mine. I just made 20 fucking thousand. You know what you do then? Most guys go home and sleep and do drugs. Fuck that. You do drugs, but you get up the next morning, go out and steal again.
Yeah.
And you're stealing every day. You got to remember, the more spaghetti you throw against the wall, the more it's going to stick. So if you're a 24/7 criminal, you got your hands in 1,000 things. You know, we're centrally located at the Ha Ha Cafe. That's where we go to eat breakfast and lunch. That's where we're centrally located. But there is where we do 1,000 things. So if somebody comes to us and say, dog, I got 2 pounds of blow, I need to move it, Trip's the blow guy. Trip, go fucking get the blow guy. And Trip will go move the fucking blow with me, and we'll each make 6,000 for the day. But every day that we do that, we're risking 10 years of our fucking lives. That's...
Do you think they're bad people?
No, they're quiet boys. They deserve to go to heaven. They're, you know, you can look at them from 20 different angles. When I was robbing, was I a bad person? No, I was a weak person. Because I had the potential to do whatever the fuck I want. I could be a trick mason. I could mix cocktails. I could fucking wire a thing. No, I chose to rob drug dealers.
Easy money? Would you say you took the path of easy? Easy? I even know robbing isn't necessarily easy, but
Quick money.
Quick money. Would you say it's the path?
Abso-fucking-lutely. Abso-fucking-lutely. You're an American. You fucking... I'm not offending nobody here, okay? You fucking get up in the morning. All right, you go to your front porch and there's somebody from another fucking country driving a fucking Lexus or a fucking Mercedes Benz. You got to get up every morning. You're an electrician's helper. You get $9 an hour. You got to rip down walls. You got to take down old insulation, re-put the fucking thing up, new insulation. You're breathing that without a mask. They don't give a fuck. $9 an hour is what, $360 a week?
Yeah.
Let's
before taxes.
Before taxes. Let's say they're giving you $12. Whatever the fuck they give you. At the end of the week, what's $12? $12 an hour is $4.80. $4.80 after taxes, $400. That's $1,600 a month. You're breathing dead bodies and shit like that. Okay, your cousin comes over to you and says, "Hey, let's take a ride to fucking Hollywood. You know, help me sell whatever. I give you $500 at the end of the night." How are you gonna look at that $500? You're gonna go out to your cousins in about 2 weeks and pick up another 5 or 4. Then about 2 more weeks, you're going to pick up another 5 or 4. And then one day, it's going to be raining out. You're going to wake up at 6 in the morning. You're out of mayonnaise. Your girlfriend missed the period. You get in your car, the battery don't start. Your buddy picks you up. You get to work. It's on the 3rd floor. You got to carry wiring up. You look up that wiring, and all of a sudden something just looks at you and goes, "Hey, stupid." You keep carrying this shit up the stairs and hanging out with these fucking momos for $4.80 a week. You can hang with your cousin on Friday nights and make $500 and stay home and fuck your wife in the ass the rest of the fucking time.
Yeah.
And it seems kind of like the answer to politics, essentially. I mean, it's just... you could look at it from a normal job. People go to work, like the electrician's job. The electricians are probably hanging out, having coffee, and just doing the small stuff that it doesn't take a lot of effort or like physical effort. The mob was just like, oh, if the government's going to take 30% and then more taxes... and then they're going to make millions, why don't we just sell this stuff that they made illegal and make a ton of money when we can?
Yeah, you know, it's almost like what happens with adult film stars, dude. It's like everyone goes crazy. Oh, it's too great. Those girls could go get a real job. I know some of them, they have college education. It's just quick money, dude. It's fast money. Just being an adult film star, it's like, okay, here's $2,000. Come bone these 8 dudes. And quick money.
You know, you look at society, you look what they give you. You know, what are your options when you're not college educated? Even when you're college educated, look what your fucking options are. Okay, so what are you going to do? When I was a kid, I had Quaaludes. Quaaludes, I paid $2 a piece for them. So for $200, I got 100 Quaaludes. I could sell them for $4. That made me $200. I don't know if you know this. $200 a day, 5 days a week is $1,000 a fucking week. That ain't too bad.
That ain't too bad. I
know that out of the 500 Quaaludes, I'm gonna sell 450. I'm gonna eat 50 of them or give them away or whatever. You know, you gotta rock and roll. Still, that's a great profit for a fucking 20-year-old if you're not.
Right.
These kids that sell ecstasy at these clubs, they don't work. What the fuck do you gonna work for? You get up at night and you go to a club and sell X. That's what you do.
Quick money.
Do I want my daughter to do it? Do I want Sam's son to do it? Do I want your son to do it? No. We have to raise him to be a little stronger than that mentally. I wasn't, I was out there. I saw it. I was surrounded with it. I was surrounded with people who had a scam for life. Listen, let's get something straight. 60% of the reason I became a comic was because I wasn't going to get a fucking day job. I've said this on the
that
show
much,
1,000 times. 70%.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm right
I'm
up.
telling you right now. I knew there was something about hanging out in the daytime that gave me a sense of strength. Fuck getting around and rushing around and packing a brown bag.
Taking orders? I can't do that shit.
Fuck you. I knew that at 16. I knew I was not going to have a day job. So immediately I started looking for night options. I went with like either a night warehouse or a bartender. I would have worked on a night warehouse. I did. I started working on a night warehouse when I was 17. When I was a senior in high school, I quit high school to work at Masback Sentry to load trucks at night because I never cared about nightlife. As long as I got high, I don't give a fuck about going out and hanging out with a bunch of people at a bar, people breathing vodka breath on me and shit, and stepping on my fucking shoes and acting like fucking wackos. I never cared about nightlife. Never. I could care less about all that shit. I went out, but I enjoy myself every time I go out. As a child and even today. Once I get to what you fucking people say is great, once I get there, I look around, and I ask myself, why the fuck am I here?
Yeah.
This ain't better than being at home with a bong in front of me. And I've always been that way, so I never really gave a fuck about being. I never got it.
I've never been super social.
I never really got it. Super social. I could stay home and not miss. I don't know what the fuck people are talking about. So my nightlife could have been erased. I would give it all up to be alone in the daytime. For me, peace of mind is what I do now. Is be alone in the daytime. Alone in the fucking daytime is my gift. I love it. I love being able to have my choice. I still get up early. I got nowhere to go.
That's unbelievable.
I got nowhere to go in the morning.
I don't know any comic getting up. Maybe Whitney Cummings. You and Whitney Cummings
But
getting up at 6 in the morning.
6 in the morning. You got to greet that motherfucker with your dick hard. The flag fucking is ironed. You go to my house, the American flag is ironed. I got that motherfucker starched up. I got a little Chinese dude that starches that motherfucker up.
But was it looked down upon when you were getting jobs? Because I can't tell you now how many people I talk to that I tell what I'm doing, and at least 2 or 3 times a week I have to defend my decision not to go into work. And yeah, I could be making more money right now, but the 405 sucks. Doing it for myself is pretty awesome. Not looking at my boss and seeing them drive off in a Mercedes and coming in 2 hours late and leaving an hour before everybody else.
Yeah, dude, own your own shit. I've always said that, dude. Tommy from the Comedy Store. Biggest mistake that dude did. He put 11 years into something he didn't own, dude. I'll never invest that much time in anything I don't own. I need to have a piece of that shit that warrant that amount of investment of my life and my energy, man. You got to own a piece because eventually they'll get rid of you for somebody cheaper or somebody who thinks different. You got to, if you own your own thing, you put your time and effort in, you get the enjoy the fruits of your labor. That's that's the Naughty Show. That's all my podcasting. That's my whole brand. That's all I care about is like, this is what I want to do and I want to own it. And I like being my own boss and I'm more successful than some, not as successful as others, but at least I own my own shit.
You're there. You're right there. You control.
Stay in the pocket. Clean and sober now.
I'm getting to the point where every time my agent calls, I shriek at the fucking phone. He is the biggest pain in the ass. Like, he started calling me Friday, last Thursday. Hey, they want you to go do this movie tomorrow. I go, first off, that ain't happening. Just because that's how I roll. They're going to do ADR for the next month. Do not believe that it's tomorrow. Because what if I was on a plane to Buffalo?
Right.
There would be no tomorrow. So tell them right off the bat, there ain't no tomorrow. I said, tell them I'll call them tomorrow night at 7 and let them know. They called. I called 2 numbers. They never called me. I said, fuck them for Friday. Monday night, my agent called, like Monday at 1. After I told him I don't make decisions till 7 o'clock, he called me at 1. Hey, can you go in there tomorrow at 2 o'clock? I said, tell them to call me at 7. I'll let you know. They need to know now. They can't know now. Because if I get an audition, it overpowers the ADR. So we're having a waste of a fucking conversation. This is the waste of a conversation. Why are we having this? Bye. Click. This motherfucker calls me an hour later. How about 1:30? I was like, hey, guy, relax. So they sent me contracts to go sign because the contracts get renewed once a year. And then he called again. I did it already. No. They want you to come down from the commercial department and the theatrical. They want you to fill out paperwork. I said, listen, you know how many times I'm on that side of town? Never. All right? Just whatever. I'll get there when I get there. Yeah, but if I'm... Then they hit me with it. Well, yeah, but if a role comes out, you won't send me out. Let me ask you a question. If Brad Pitt calls you right now with a role for Fat Joey for $15,000 a week, you're not going to take it because the contract is signed? Before you answer that, I'll see you when I see you. If they need the contract signed, sign it yourself. Like I just hung up on him. He called too much. I mean,
you're the best.
I just don't listen.
You call your own shots.
It's because we're way beyond this anymore. We are way beyond this. I've been in this town for 18 fucking years. I heard all the rush stories, how we need this tomorrow and now.
There's never a rush for anything.
And no.
Everyone's boss is
Hurry up and wait.
Is just trying to get stuff to make it look good for their boss.
Hurry up and wait, dog.
I was listening to somebody. I was listening to Russell Peters on a podcast, and he was saying how Conan said he wasn't right for his show, and it was Pete Holmes' podcast. And Pete Holmes said, "Trust me, I had a show. Conan never said that Russell Peters wasn't right for his show. It was his producer making the decision." It's just crazy how people just make.
Why would
they
you
just make
Russell
rules
Peter
up?
not? Well, yeah, dude. You're dealing with these people. They have their own in agendas and all this shit. And it's just, why wouldn't Russell Peters, the guy who fills arenas, be right for Conan?
Right. It's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous.
Listen, everybody.
I love Conan, but come on, man. It's Russell Peters.
Everybody has whatever they want to do. Everybody has a different situation. Maybe that producer wanted to hire Russell for something 5 years earlier, and Russell said no.
Yeah, you never know, dude.
That's how stupid it is. Well, we don't like Russell Peters. Hindus don't do well.
Hindus don't do well.
You never know what excuse he gives. You never know what's going to come out of their mouth. They got a new show on CBS that is a fucking direct, ABC, that's just racism from the minute you watch it.
Fresh off the boat?
Yeah. Oh, my God. It's as fucking... Like, if I was Asian, I'd look at it and go, what the fuck are they doing?
Paula freaked out when she saw the commercial.
Yeah.
Who did?
My girlfriend, who's Mexican.
She didn't like it, or she thought...
Just because she saw the name, Fresh Off the Boat. She's like, that's the most racist name.
Oh, my God. That is the weirdest... And it's a cute show. I'm sure it's great. The Asians are at home jumping up and down. They're represented. Last Asian was Margaret Cho, where they told her she wasn't Chinese enough or Korean enough. But when I saw the show and the name of it, I was like, what the fuck is going on? They'll tell guys like us we're too blue for network television. And then you put on Fucko, and he's...
2.5 minutes.
Yeah, he's cursing, fucking chicks, saying sexual innuendos. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck anymore. That's why you're right. I'm so happy that the podcast came in. The podcast has... It took my mind off worthless shit. That whole agency world and stuff. I'm done with it. Listen.
I love performing. That's all I want to do.
You want to give me the role? Give me the role. If not, I'm not driving to Warner Brothers at 3:30, bro. I'm not going.
I love doing stand-up. The only thing I want to do is, can I put asses in seats? And even that, it's just like, that's all that matters. And then it's just like, I just love I love stand-up. Everything's to do better stand-up.
There is nothing in the world that's worse than you having a job that they pay you well for, and this is what you have to do. This is what you have to do. You're stuck doing this.
It sucks waking up and hating where you're going.
Eddie Griffin was a crazy comic.
Crazy, dude.
That hung out at the Comedy Store.
He had a top 10 movies at the same time, dog.
That's how crazy. And we were in that club with him, hanging out every night. And he used to say some crazy fucking things that over the years have really settled. One of them was, you got to stand up to be a comedian. You ain't supposed to have no job. Like about having a daytime TV job. Like on a TV sitcom. And then when he did it, I go, what happened to you? He goes, man, I got like 19 brothers reaching out for me, bro. I always thought I wanted to do TV. When I got here, guys, I loved it. I loved it the first time I got a show. I think it was In fact, it was a James Coburn, but it wasn't network. I think my first network show was a show for NBC about attorneys. And I remember that I left there going, this is cool, but I don't know. I don't know if I could do this every day. I don't know if I, when you get to those sets in your circle, there's 20 people, and 3 of them you invite to lunch with you for 10 fucking minutes. That's 17 people you look at and you go, I don't want these fucking people. Either they're too fake. And it's been like the last 2 years, every time I do a TV show, I get more and more turned off by it. Like Maron was great. Brooklyn Nine-Nine was great. I did this show with the Sklar brothers that I wanted to fucking hang myself on the set. It was bad. The people, the director was like one of those CBS directors from 30 years that had done it all, but he was horrible at this point. He was just working on Ego now. He had like a white hair, and he had the everything was perfect. His head was shaved perfect, and he would play Bruce Springsteen loud. And I asked the chick, what is it with this fucking Springsteen shit? And she's like, oh, he's personal friends with the director. He always plays Springsteen when he's getting ready to shoot. I'm like, this is fucking cheesier than
unbelievable.
The show about the fucking shoot, So that's when I realized I started liking stand-up a lot more than that. When I started realizing I love movies, but I don't want to do no movie for 10 days anymore. That's brutal. The longest yard was fucking brutal. After like October, I was like, all right, enough. And we were there till like December. After you go into the same job every day, the same tattoos, that's when I started feeling it. And listen, I'm very lucky to be in the movie. I'm very fortunate. But you learn. You learn that when I was a young kid, somebody told me something that always stuck with me. It's better to want than to have sometimes. I was telling Leo D'Agostino, there was a girl in high school. Oh, my God, Sam Tripoli, the first time this girl walked into freshman algebra, I looked at her, the chunk over her pussy. It was ginormous. This chick had a fucking pussy in high school, freshman year, that weighed maybe 58, 59 pounds.
What?
And she used to wear clogs. It was a monster. And I used to look at that fucking monkey every day. I never said a word to her. She was beautiful. She just had big hips. She was a hippie bitch. And I would look at her every day. She was hot. And I would tell people, what do you think? And they're like, yeah, she's hot. But she was Italian. She had a little mustache.
Oh, man.
But you couldn't see it. And after people insulted her, then she got it fixed. But she had a beautiful face. And,
I love a fat ass.
oh, my God. And finally, like a month before my mother died, I hooked up with her at a party. We swapped spit. I started playing with the top of her pubic hair. Like, it wasn't even in her pussy range. Just the top. I felt like the top. Oh, my God. My head almost blew up. Then she wouldn't talk to me for a while. Then my mom died. She showed up. And then we were on and off friends for years. And to make a long story short, my senior year in high school, we started coming around. And once everybody graduated, I caught that bitch off guard. But what pissed me off was somewhere in like my junior year, we're at a Joe Mary's, the bar we hung out with, where Lila jumped off the roof.
And you peed on the dog?
And I peed on the dog.
Why? You peed on a dog?
It was her dog, and it would just lay there, so I wanted to see if it was dead. So one day I would just take my dick out when I was coked up, and I'd try to pee on the dog, and I'd pee on him a little bit. It's horrible. I would never do that. But that's when my life was.
And what the dog did? Did it ever move?
He just laid there. And then Lila would tell us weeks later, somebody keeps peeing on my dog. My dog, I take him home. It smells like Budweiser. Fucking horrible. I was a horrible person. Horrible.
Oh, you just didn't know any better, dude. You were just young, dog. We used to make dumb decisions.
I was young. I had my, I was angry at the world. I would go in there and I hated Lila some nights. Some nights she would charge me. Some nights I go in there and I only had $20. I want to buy some blow. I thought she was just, gonna give me drinks all night and take a $5 off the top, and she would charge me. I get pissed off at Lila, you bitch. Last night I came in, he didn't charge me for no drinks.
So what happened? So you were hooking up with that girl?
So I went in there one night. We were all hanging out, having a good time, and I said something to her. I said, I would like to take you out. And she goes, that's never going to happen. And I go, what are you talking about? She goes, that's never going to happen. That was a mistake. That night we got together.
Oh, no.
That's never going to happen again between a girl like me and you. That was the luckiest day of your life.
The luckiest day.
And I looked at this bitch like, you have no idea what you just decided. I'm going to take you into deep, deep psychological fucking waters. So you know what I did, dog? I stopped talking to the motherfucker. We got into an argument one night about it. I just stopped talking to us. Cut her out completely. I did that for like a fucking year. If I knew she was going to be somewhere, I would not go there. I had her on a fucking battle rope.
Sometimes you got to shut down.
I shut that bitch down, and she finally cracked one birthday of mine. Birthday of mine, she cracked and came over, and then we started talking on the phone little by little, you know. And I never mentioned anything, but I always wanted. I knew I was gonna fuck her and rock her world. I just knew I'm gonna fuck this chick to death. I was young. I'd maybe fucked one other chick or something. And finally, she started doing blow. We were in high school. And that's how I got her. That was the fucking weak point right there. So
what is it about blow that chicks like to get weird on?
Once she told me she started doing blow, I was like, I got this bitch. So we went to this club one night. Not all of us. I saw her at this club. And she's like, you don't call my house anymore. What's the problem? You don't like me no more? Yeah, I like you. I go, hold on to this. She goes, well, you're going to promise to call me? I'll call you. In fact, let's go out to dinner tomorrow night. She goes, fine. I had her. I go, hold on to this blow. I gave her like 3 grams of blow to hold. She was my bitch. You know what I'm saying? Once they hold your blow, they're your old lady. That's it. It's like Sons of Anarchy. I gave him my blow to hold. I met her the next night. We went to a restaurant, Piccalissimo. I got the lobster fra Diablo. You understand me?
Yeah.
15.
Big pimpin'.
Big pimpin'. They give you the big dish, shaped like a fish, bettling weenie, clams and mussels surround the dish, and in the middle they got shrimp and a fucking lobster tail.
It's a fish extravaganza.
Super spicy.
I took her for that. Super spicy, the whole fucking thing. In the car, I gave her a couple bumps for the digestion. We started swapping spit. I took those panties off. I started eating that monkey. I called the timeout. I put a little Coke rock on that monkey, like that chick at the Union that night when I got thrown out of there with the Arab caught me eating ass.
Putting fucking Coke and monkeys, dude.
This chick was, oh my God, I loved her. I was really in love with her. Then we talked for like 2 days, went back and forth. I said the story the other day. I don't know why you're making me say it again.
I'm not making you say anything.
Oh.
This is a great story.
No, you didn't say it the other day. I've heard it before, but you haven't said it the other day.
I was talking to somebody about this the other day.
But you said it was better to have than no. It's better to need than to have, or something.
No, better to want than to have. And it was funny that I was in love with this girl for 4 fucking years. In love with her, like I was infatuated. I go home at night and throw Black Sabbath on to figure out how to get this bitch off my mind. I play Sabotage backwards and shit. Megalomania. Oh fucking! I was in love with this bitch. But I knew I wanted to eat her pussy. Like I knew something was gonna happen. And here I had her in the car eating her monkey.
Were you an ass eater, Joey?
Not at that age. No, at that age I wouldn't even.
I was eating ass in about 85.
No, I wasn't eating your ass.
Way back in the day, son.
I started eating ass like in 88, 89, my cocaine days.
Yeah, dude.
That's when you got to eat ass because your dick don't work.
Yeah, you got to eat that ass.
You got to eat ass.
And listen, it's your podcast. I'd never tell you anything. But the story you were telling before the show about drinking coffee late night.
Oh, please.
I was loving it. It was just like you did so much cocaine that you would drink coffee.
It don't work. I told people for years, coffee don't work on me. These people who drink coffee. Oh, my God. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. 10 years ago, I shot this movie called The Mezzos. And I snorted coke all night, Friday night, Thursday night. And that was Saturday. We were shooting in Pasadena. And I remember the guy goes, drink 2 Red Bulls. I drank 2 Red Bulls and fell right to sleep. Right after I drank the Red Bull. And when I go back to a hotel room after I do comedy, whether it's Thursday, Friday, or Saturday night, I drink a cup of coffee.
At night? Like we're talking like 12:30.
12:30. I smoke a joint. I decompress. I take a hit off the e-cigarette. I make a few notes about my set. I make a few notes about tomorrow.
Go 9 deep in the email?
Pretty much once that cup of coffee's finished, 15 minutes later, I go to bed.
Unbelievable.
And sometimes it affects me in my dreams, like while I'm sleeping, I'll pop up like a fucking Momo. But no, it doesn't.
I had this fighting dream last night. I literally a straight up fighting dream, and my girlfriend had to fuck because I was.
Who'd you fight? Who were you fighting?
I can't even remember. I know I was straight up fighting. She's like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa! You almost hit me, dude." I've been in a lot of fight mode lately, dude.
Who you want to fight?
I might be. Do you know who Jason Ellis is? Have you ever heard Jason Ellis?
Yes.
I might be. I don't know if I gotta find out tomorrow if I'm doing his Ellis Mania in Vegas in a week and a half, where I'm supposed to do fight for 1 minute and box for 1 minute. And I haven't heard because he's like, I want you to dress up. I'm like, I ain't wearing costumes, dog. I love you to death, but I ain't wearing costumes. But I've always wanted to do the walk-in to the ring, dude. I've always dreamed of rocking a little Run the Jewels, man. I want to run the Jewels. It's called Close Your Eyes and Count the Fuck. It's the song. I want to walk out and I want to box for 1 minute.
Who up against?
Just a bunch of fucking 5'4" Mexicans, I said.
And then you do comedy?
No comedy, just straight boxing. It's a night of dude, this guy Jason Ellis, you should have him on your podcast. You guys would fucking love each other. Dude, he's going to fight 10 dudes. A new round, each round he fights another guy. He's just crazy. He's fucking crazy.
How many minutes each round?
I think it's dude, it's got to be 2 or 3. I'm going 1 minute. And I'm just going to be
And he's doing 10 guys?
Yeah. He's crazy.
At Ellis Mania.
Yeah.
And who are the 10 guys? Anybody random?
No, dude, there were some real dudes, man. One is my boy Kid Cope, who was on my TV show back in the day.
Okay.
A couple other mixed martial arts guys, and straight boxing. He wants to fight CM Punk in the UFC, this guy, because he is a legit fighter. I mean, like, he's been training. It's got to be 8-9 years now. I've known him forever. He's taking jiu-jitsu, Thai boxing. He's a good guy, man. He's this crazy Australian dude. You guys would get along great. He used to party fucking hard, dude. Back in the day, coke, all that shit.
You should go for a round, Joey. Fight a little Mexican dude.
Are you doing jiu-jitsu, yo?
Yeah, I've been doing it.
How's it going?
I love it. I'm going tomorrow at 11 o'clock.
I've been taking Thai boxing. I can't get there enough, but I decided I gotta, because dude, I don't have a 9-to-5 job, dog. I have a fucking 24/7
right, that's
job.
what nobody understands.
Everyone's like, oh, you don't have a day job. I'm like, I have a day and night and fucking
And
way in the
when
evening.
you have an hour.
I
call it whenever I have an hour. Whenever I catch myself and going, I could be doing something.
Yeah. I call
That's
that
it.
my Whitney
Yeah,
Cummings
that's it.
rule. I've laid in my bed going,
Yeah.
oh, Whitney Cummings wouldn't be laying right now.
Yeah, no.
I got to go out there and fucking write something. I wrote down 3 TV projects yesterday.
Come on.
Yeah, yesterday I met with one writer for this one idea we're doing, met with another writer for another idea. Then I had to write this pitch that I got tomorrow for this other internet series thingy that I'm kind of excited about. But it's like, dude, that's all I do.
That's why you got the new hairdo?
Yeah, I got the new hair. I just liked it, man. I just chopped it. 'cause
No,
I
it
had
looks
this weird
tremendous.
shit.
It
Oh,
looks
thank
tremendous.
you. You're
Looks
very
very
nice,
nice.
dog.
Looks completely different at the Frankie Valley.
I'm trying to drop a little weight, man. I'm getting it
yeah.
all in here.
No,
I'm getting
no,
it all
you're
in
looking
this.
good.
I got the tits and gut. I got the gut
I
rocking.
already got to a dog. I had to go do ADR for a movie today. I must have done this movie like a year ago. Jesus Christ. Every time you do ADR, you got to face the man in the mirror. You're like, Jesus, what has become of me? Because I don't look at myself in the mirror. I don't. I just move as I go. I just put gel in my hair and do it, and sometimes it works. But when you have to look at yourself for long periods of time, that's scary, dog. You're like, oh, shit. I thought I looked good in that shirt.
Pictures are the worst.
No, this is a movie.
Well, yeah, video.
I'm sitting there watching this, going, why don't I watch this shit? And I had to ADR like 4 fucking scenes. And it was like I got fatter in every fucking scene.
Man.
It really is amazing, guys. And you sit there and go, that's it. And they showed a picture of me with shorts. I'm like, that's it.
Stick a fork in.
That's it. I'm never wearing shorts in fucking public again. What was I thinking? I'm like, I feel like that fat chick that you see at Walmart with celluloid and shit hanging out like a tampon string and shit. And you're like, why is she wearing shorts? There was a lady in Hollywood on Selma, where I used to live, that would always wear Britney Spears shirts with a gut sticking out.
Saw that yesterday, dude. This chick just
and you
straight
want to
up.
go up to them and say to them, can I talk to you in private for a second? Why do you have that shirt on? Do you know how bad you look? Do you have any fucking idea? And I'm not telling you this to be an asshole. I'm trying to help you out because people are driving right now. Going, look at that dumb fuck. And if not, they're taking pictures of you and putting it all over their Twitter.
They're Instagramming
and
that
all
shit.
over their Instagram. Put a nice fucking shirt on. You're not fucking Britney Spears. This ain't fucking Vegas, motherfucker.
My buddy just passed away. I had to go back to Vegas for his funeral. He's a really cool cat. Just was in a lot of pain. I think he had a drinking problem. Not to be disrespectful, man. But dude, show up. Dudes are at the funeral in jean shorts, man, and fucking like tap out shirts. And I'm like, dude, you don't show up. Dude, I might be old school, but there's 3 times you fucking dress up: job interview, funerals, weddings.
Court.
Yeah, court. 4th one is court. You ever go to court? Everyone's in
Always.
fucking FUBU and shit.
No, you gotta go on. You gotta go on.
Gotta go dress up. I got out, dude. I was like, I am 13-3 in traffic court. Most of it's because, boom, I wear a nice little suit, and I've cross-examined police officers and shit. I've got off, dude. I was trying to make a move on this chick. We were in Sunset, and the traffic wasn't going. So I'm like, I'm gonna make a move on this girl. I undo my seatbelt. I go in to kiss her. Up walks Captain Cockblocker with his just with a light, his flashlight. Walks up to the car. That's how slow traffic is. Hey, pull over. I'm writing you a ticket for non. I'm like, we're not moving. It's like, doesn't matter. So I go to the court and I'll yell motions. I'll try to get motions to miss, motion for continuance, motion for, and they're like, deny. Because I'll just listen to the guys who are dumb enough to bring a lawyer to traffic court. You don't need a lawyer for traffic court. You don't. It's either the guys show up or not, or you have a case and you can argue it yourself. So I go there, motion, nothing. So she goes, tell us what happened. I start cross-examining the cop, and I'm zinging this dude, man. And you can hear the crowd going, oh, what's going on? Oh, he's got, and the judge's like, okay, enough. Just tell me your point. And I go, we're in the slow traffic. It's not moving. It's dead. Sunset traffic. Nobody's moving. I'm with this chick. First date, I take my seatbelt. I go make a move. I'm only trying to make a move. We're not moving. He walks up to it. She asks him, is that true? And he goes, I don't know what's going on in the car. She starts quoting Shakespeare and love. And she's like, case dismissed. Not guilty, case dismissed. The whole court just explodes, dude. Someone finally beat these cops, man. And I'm walking out. People are high-fiving me as I walk out of the court, dude. I fucking cross-examined this dude and won.
Look at the shape of your Lisa. You're high again, cocksucker.
I am.
It's a good feeling when you fucking people up, don't you?
I win, dude. But now they're telling the cops always show up because they need that cash. So they're always showing up now.
If you have a good attorney, it's good to have them.
On traffic court, though?
Yeah. When I lived in Jersey, I had a fucking monster dog. He was a psychological monster. He would just play with your head and shit.
Jesus.
Even if the cop showed up, he still fucked the cop. He would keep you outside. He wouldn't say you were attorney or nothing. He would sit in the courtroom, wait for him to call Lee Syatt, one more time, Lee Syatt. And he would wait for the cop to leave and shit. And then he would go, your attorney. Lee Syatt was here the whole time. He didn't hear you call him. I called him 8 times. We're right here, your attorney. We're right here. What are you talking about?
Oh.
Where's the cop? I don't know. He left. Oh, dismissed. Fucking tremendous. Old school. Don't leave me hanging.
Oh, shit, dog. I would never leave you hanging,
break
dude.
It down for you.
I didn't know that, dude.
Fuck,
My bad.
Fuck?
I'm all in the Joey, dude.
No, you have to. And like Heather McDonald, her sister was a big-time DUI attorney in town. And she had rules, like just rules that you knew. If you get pulled over, don't do this. Don't give me your blood.
Don't admit anything.
Right, don't admit nothing, Lee. You're fucked. Don't say nothing.
Cops aren't your friends.
Joey Diaz gave me a star. No, you don't know nothing about nothing. You didn't
Don't
nothing.
admit to anything, dude.
You don't know nothing. I don't give a fuck what they tell you. A test is coming with a mule. I don't give a fuck.
Remember I had to ask you? We were driving home from Long Beach, and cops stopped like one row in front of us for like 15 minutes. And I had taken a video of you smoking on the way down to Long Beach, and I got paranoid and deleted the video because I thought the cops were going to come. I was high as fuck. I thought they were going to come and like, check my phone.
You don't give nothing.
Dude, I get Armo lawyers, dude. If you can't, I do this Armenian benefit every year for I had a cousin who had bone marrow cancer, and she ended up being in it herself, but her mother's my cousin Michelle, incredibly smart woman, realized that there's no registry for Armenians because we're genetic hillbillies, because we don't get along with any. Armenia doesn't get along with we're Christians, everyone around us are Muslims, so there's a lot of hillbilly shit going on, if you understand it, which made our genetic makeup a little fucking redneck, so it's like very hard to find matches. So they started this thing. Well, for like 12 years now, I've been doing this big event. We've raised shitloads of cash, So I get in some trouble. I get busted buying some fucking drugs from somewhere where I shouldn't. Shit's going bad, dude. I call in. Who do I call? Who's on the board? Garagos, dude. Straight up Garagos. And I call him up. He's like, Samuel, I know who you are. You help us with our benefit. How can I help you? And I just told him, it's like, boom. He just sends assassins, dude. And they were so badass. The cop who would bust me was crooked. He was crooked. And they were asking for all of his files. And they sent down the union chief. And they're like, dude, nope, we're suppressing all that. And we're dismissing the case. And boom, who walks out? My Armenian jumpsuit, dog. Fucking like a champion.
Like a doctor and shit. It's a good feeling when you beat them at their own fucking
dude, because
game.
I was shitting bricks because I didn't want to get a felony because I can't transfer.
That's why you always got to get an attorney, and people don't get it because they'll fucking rape you. An attorney could just twist a couple buttons. Maybe he knows somebody downtown. Maybe she went to school with Paula and fucking USC. We got it in.
Yeah. Have you been watching Better Call Saul? Do you see the first 2 episodes?
No.
It's not bad.
I watched the first. It's too avant-garde for me. By the way,
the first one was slow, but
I don't know.
The second one was pretty good.
I'm not in the mood.
I was really thinking it was gonna suck before it came out, but I was happy with the
Oh, there was all those rumors that it wasn't.
I just thought it was gonna be a comedy, and I just didn't understand it. But it's the same guy. It's Vince Gilligan, so it's kind of creepy and cool. And
oh, because what's his face was the lead. You thought it was gonna be a comedy.
Yeah, I just thought it was gonna be like a funny look at it. I think that's how they were first marketing it. But I was pretty happy with it.
No, I didn't know.
We'll see, man. We'll see. They already. It's always interesting
Yeah,
when they pick some up.
They did it. They did it the right way. They didn't fuck around. You know, Joey spun off 18 years later. These motherfuckers spun off the season later. They didn't fuck around.
Turn and burn.
That's how to do it.
And you can bring those every character in the old show that everyone loves. You can bring them back in this show.
And that's
whoever hasn't died.
Right. Well, no, because it's pre-Breaking Bad.
It's before.
Oh, it's pre-Breaking.
So everyone's there, but it's kind of like what you were talking about. Bob Odenkirk is pretty well known, but he just went in there for like a smaller role and just killed it until they had to spin off a show. You guys could do the same thing when you're saying you don't have agents to help you, or like when you shot the Longest Yard thing with like a used football helmet. If you kill it so much, then they have no choice.
What's weird about TV now is like one person can have 8 shows. I've never seen that before. Back in the day, you had 1 show. Now it's like you see people on like 4 shows. And I'm like, wow.
Well, when I got here, the one black guy from Arliss was on 2 shows. That's the first time I had ever seen that.
I've never seen that shit.
He was on 2 shows. He was on ABC. And the guy's back. He's on a show on Nick at Night, a kid's show with the black chick. Tremendous. You never disappear. You're like dog shit. You just take a little.
Stay in the mix, dog.
That's it. If you're good, you just stay in the fucking
Don't
mix.
shoot yourself.
It was a great. Listen, Breaking Bad was a great show, you know, and I knew something. They just did everything right. AMC, you got to applaud AMC.
They're doing some good shows.
They're doing some good shows, and they do it right. They know what's working. You know, Ray Cannella's in town.
Oh, he's back.
He's leaving tomorrow, though. If not, he came to do what we're doing for Iron Dragon. He's going to do for Roku.
Oh,
where
cool.
he's going to do the recommendations for horror films.
Oh, cool.
So he came in. He called last night. He says he might go to the store later. You know, same shit. I'm going to call him when we get the fuck out of here. You know how we do it, though. Let me give some shout-outs real quick. You got people all excited. It's a fucking Tuesday night.
Can I also talk about my Valentine's Day show after your show?
Absolutely. Ethan Buzzard, Scotty Shandell, Jeff Tellerman, Goose, Chris Boyce, Kern Michael, Matt Baltazar, Gene Smith, and Joe Pritzman. You got the fucking thing of the day. You put a Coke rock in some chick's asshole, which I always fucking love. You know?
Love it. Love to do Coke out chicks' assholes.
But,
you ever done that, Lee?
Nope.
Would you ever do it?
Ooh,
Are you not a Coke guy?
I've never tried it. I've actually only seen it a couple times.
Where'd you see it?
My friend's house that I used to work on a TV show with.
He never did a little bump with it? He did a little line.
Do you like going fast? You like going slow? I'm a fast guy.
I'd probably say slow, to be honest. I'm more of a weed guy than alcohol.
I'm a fast guy, so that's why I used to love that shit. But now it's gotten so bad in LA, they keep chopping it up. I'm just doing chalk at this point.
Jesus.
It's early on.
I'm sober.
Early on, Lee, we were talking about corruption, you know, and if you've, I'm like, I don't react to it no more.
React to what?
Like when I hear stupid shit on the news, like if I'm watching CNN and the governor or this or that, I don't react to it anymore. Like, for example, like I know exactly what Al Sharpton does. He's an insider.
Right.
Until somebody says, "What do we need for you to stop yelling Tripoli?" 500,000. They give him the 500,000. He goes away. You know, I know exactly what the characters do and what their purpose is. When you see them pop up, you know what their purpose is.
Right.
I came from Jersey. I seen bad politics. For 2 years, every time Christie did a fucking thing, he talked about that guy, Sacco.
Yeah.
Now he's getting indicted by the
Christie,
feds. Or
yeah.
they're looking at him, the feds.
Right.
You know, it's funny how he had this big thing about he was going to do this and he was going to do that, but he wouldn't run for president. There's a reason why, because there's a fucking... They got you now. With the internet, you can't do a fucking thing. And to be governor in New Jersey, you had to do something. It's like Donald Trump. Everybody says, "Oh, Donald Trump." Donald Trump could do a lot politically, but he can't because he did a lot of shady shit.
Right.
That shit comes up. He did a lot of shady shit. It's crazy that people look at Donald Trump and go, "Oh my God, Donald Trump put out people's lives."
He killed people?
No, but years ago in New York, with all the fucking bullshit, with all the construction in the late '80s and stuff, he was shutting people's lights out, man. He would subcontract work to guys that would run up, buy material from them, not pay the bill. So these little mom and pop hardware stores went out of fucking business. There's 1,000 Trump stories. If you read the Sammy the Bull book, he does a whole chapter in there about construction in New York. How construction in New York worked in the 80s and 90s and how they were doing it. And one of the stories he tells, he breaks down how the whole thing works. And he goes, "Okay, let's just pretend Trump." But I'm not saying Trump. Who he was talking about was Trump. Who he was talking about in that book was fucking Trump. Mm-hmm. Trump runs for fucking president. You don't think Sammy the Bull will be in that cell jumping up and fucking down, screaming,
"Oh, he just loves the attention."
"I got stories," They're going to let him out. They're going to let him out.
When?
2 years, a year. They're going to let Sammy the Bull out. That's it. He did his time.
Yeah.
He did his time.
So we were talking earlier about the mom. Like, are you worried that he's going to go back and start doing stuff again? Or is he just so old?
Oh, yeah,
now?
I'm worried that he's... What do I give a fuck? He's not going to... He's 60 years old. He's not going to... What do I worry? I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. Is he going to go out? Who gives a fuck? They put him in there. He's got no fucking hair left. He's standing next to Cosby, standing next to fucking Suge Knight, standing next to the UFC. Karma served this fucking thing. He did so many steroids, he got that disease where you just shake. Not the...
Parkinson's.
No. Something else.
Multiple sclerosis?
Something else. He lost all his teeth. He lost all his fucking hair.
Oh, no.
You don't just kill 20 people and get away with it. When he killed for fucking money, I mean, he would do some horrific things, but he did them to people who didn't pay attention. He would partner up with you, and once the company became a millionaire, he'd shoot you. And he'd bury you, and he'd go out. I saw him last night. What do you mean he didn't come home? Oh, my God. We were eating bagels last night for dinner. He was cold-blooded. He shot his own fucking brother-in-law.
Unbelievable.
He shot his own brother. The hand, the dog came into the living room with the kid's hand.
Oh, no.
Because they dug him up a few yards away. The family dog came in with the kid's hand into the living room. When they buried him, they buried the hand and shit that the dog found. The fucking brother-in-law. But what are you going to do? I had those people around me growing up. Whenever the evil ones got close to me, I felt them and I just fucking disappeared. I was very lucky, Syatt. I was very fucking lucky. I knew who those jerk-offs were, but I never really, I don't know. Like I said, I just didn't understand making $50,000 and I had to give you $25,000 to be in your club.
Right. Do you ever wish that, because we talked about it a little bit a couple weeks ago, do you ever wish that either, not theaters, but like barroom shows were easier to do? Like it would be a better way to do it? Because how some comedy clubs won't book you, or how they don't want to pay, they want to say no one's there.
How did we go from Sammy the Bull to comedy clubs?
Because you're giving them like so much of the money, and you could just go to a bar and just sell your own show. But there's issues with bar shows, you said. And theaters, you have to rent it out and all that stuff.
I just didn't understand the bridge over River Kwai, that cocksucker. I didn't get it. I didn't even know what the fuck you're saying because you threw me off here.
Okay.
I didn't know where you're coming from. We talked about that 8 shows ago. Or last show. But it doesn't matter. What's up with you, Sammy? What's this Valentine's show you
Valentine's Day. Harvell's 2 shows. Naughty show at this awesome jazz club in Long Beach. Super excited.
Saturday night.
Saturday
Look at
night's
you and
all
shit.
right for five.
Look at you, Valentine's Day.
Like a
Now,
grown
what's
ass man.
Harvell's? That's Sean the Eyes room?
I'm not sure. I know it's Deep or that runs it. It's
Yeah. You're doing the room tonight.
I'm running over there after this. Then I'm going this week. I'm going to do
The host is Sean the Eye. He's got the one eye, the glass eye. From
Oh yeah,
Arizona.
Sean Latham.
Sean the Eye. Sean the Eye.
Sean the Eye.
He's got the one.
He's got one eye on you at all
Yeah,
times.
he used to be a bartender. I met Sean when he was a bartender in Arizona at a fucking regular bar, like 10 years before comedy, whatever the fuck it was, you know. And now he's running a room in Long Beach. I heard it's a nice room.
Great, dude.
You have a nice time down there?
I always have fun.
And what's tonight? Tonight's their weekly show.
Yeah.
And then
It's good
Saturday
there,
you're
close
doing
it out.
2 shows. You're
Two
doing 8
shows,
and 10.
1 to 9, 1 to 11.
What's its seat down there?
I think you pack like anywhere from 150, 200, 250 standing.
And Long Beach is fucking sharp down
And
there
they
now.
get it, dude. Oh, yeah, this area's nice,
Long
dude.
Beach
Long
has
Beach.
really come a long way.
And
man.
they buy tickets to shows, not like these fucks in LA who want to fucking can I get on the guest list? It's like $5 to show. Pay $5, help the talent, make a little cash.
Remember, brother, the guest list is something for people to say they're on the guest list. It's not about the $5. They call somebody and say, "Harry, I'm Contreras. My friend Sam put me on the guest list." You're on the guest list? Oh my God, how'd you get on the guest list?
No, I gotcha.
And they get all fucking, there's no guest list. Who gives a fuck about a guest list? I like when they hit me up. Is there a code? The code is fucking suck my dick. That's the code. If it fits in the box, go ahead. You do what you do. There's no code. There's nothing. It's a 20 to get in. What do you want me to tell you? I don't fucking make the rules.
Fucking love
It's
you.
not my fucking club. Everybody's always looking, what's a code? I want to get on the guest list. What? Nothing bothers me more than people they think that something really is out there. Like they really think something is out there. Like, oh my God, I went to Vegas and I sat in this VIP section. You're sitting there going, what did you accomplish? What the fuck happened? Did some chick suck your fucking meat stick? What happened? No, we just talk to people. Who gives a fuck? You want to talk to people? You go in a chit-chat room in your house and talk to people with your pajamas on and shit. And
On LinkedIn.
Yeah, on LinkedIn. That shit. People trying to be my friend on that shit. I don't want to be nobody's fucking friend on nothing. People hit me on that new thing, LinkedIn, to confuse me and shit. And it's a professional network for professionals. All these out-of-work writers and actors and shit. Hi, I want to be your friend on LinkedIn thing. Erase. I just get rid of everybody. I don't even know what LinkedIn thing is. I don't even know how I became
I get
part of it.
asked all the time.
I never
know.
joined. I never joined nothing. It's like those Facebook groups. One day I looked down, I was part of 18 organizations. How the fuck did this happen? Nobody asked me one fucking time.
I totally agree.
Nobody asked me one thing. Do you want to be a part of?
I want to be part of it.
Cocksuckers Anonymous. I had to go through all of them and erase myself. Some kid hit me up 3 days later. Why'd you get out of the group? Why? Because maybe I don't want to fucking hang out with you. You know, you want to hang. I got to hang out with you now on Facebook too. It's bad enough I see you at the Y staring like a fucking Momo, looking around at fucking ugly chicks and shit.
Fucking momos.
There's a guy at the Y where I go there. He's a porno guy, an ex-porno guy. He's the creepiest guy in the world. He's about 60 and he cut off T-shirt, which always drives me fucking
I hate that shit.
If you got big arms, put the fucking take the sleeves off.
Yeah.
But if you don't have big arms, put them the fuck back on. Will you please? You know, walk around like you know somebody.
I go to this coffee shop. There's a dude. I know he does porn because I used to watch a lot of porn. Don't really do it anymore, but used to watch a lot of it.
You don't watch it no more?
Nah, dude. I'm over it. But this guy, I would always see him in the fucking Bukkake films.
What's a Bukkake?
When it's like like 20 dudes, one chick like jerking off on their faces, and I was like, where did I see that guy? And I'm like, oh damn, that's the Bukkake guy.
You a big Bukkake guy, Joey?
I don't even know what Bukkake is. I thought it was like a cookie or something like that. Fucking Bukkake. What the fuck do I know? Bukkake. I don't know Bukkake.
We learn something every week, dog.
I don't know about porn. You guys know all about
I'm
porn.
over
I'm
it.
fucking embarrassed. You're not over it.
I'm over it.
You're still addicted. Who the fuck are you kidding? You whack off all that shit. You people are disgusting. This fucking guy too whacks off watching porn.
It's great.
He watches Mexican porn and shit when they kill. Mexican porn's good because they just kill him at the end.
Well,
that's the way they all should be. They just shoot him for reals and shit. They shoot like the gun. They show the gun and They show like a eye, and they show like a body with fucking blood splatter. And I'm good with that.
Unbelievable.
That's a
That's
fantasy.
how you want to come, seeing your girl get shot?
What come? I come in a minute. I don't give a fuck who gets shot.
So you just sit there and watch the rest of the video?
No, I've never seen it. I just heard that Mexican porn, they always shoot the fucking woman at the end. That's in real Mexico, not this shit that you people are watching now. Real Mexican porn, they shoot the bitch at the end.
What's all snuff?
Huh?
For real, they shoot?
Yeah, fuck the bitch. It's done. They shot a lot
I
of her
ain't
pussy.
in those fucking snuff shit. That's uncomfortable.
Do they really make a lot of snuff films?
I don't know, but you always
You've never
hear-
seen a snuff film?
No, I don't want to see no
Oh my God, I've
chicken
seen-
fucked and murdered.
That's my favorite.
What's your favorite one? you gotta...
Shoot me in the pussy when you're finished. That's the
Putting down snatch.
Oh my God, that's disgusting.
Yeah, right?
It's very. I watched Miami Vice is on every morning at 6 and 7 on the El Rey station, and 5. I think it starts from 5 to 8. So sometimes I gotta wait in the mornings. I'm like, I don't want to fucking get on the computer. Let me just sit here and write with a free hand. And I put Miami Vice on. There was a real interesting one the other day about an artist who had one. In fact, the chick was, Jesus Christ, today's Miami Vice had Chris Cooper and the chick from Pretty Woman in the same fucking episode.
Wow.
What's her name?
Julie Roberts?
Same fucking episode. Chris
What?
Cooper, same fucking. He plays a dirty cop. Julia Roberts plays the fucking kingpin's girlfriend. The one I'm talking about. Which was the one I'm talking about? Oh, the one I'm talking about. Kelly Lynch plays the model. Hotter than fuck. 20-year-old Kelly Lynch, taller than fuck. She plays the model. Oh shit! Al Pacino's girlfriend in Carlito's Way plays the sister, and the dude from CSI Miami plays the artist, like the half a fag artist.
Unbelievable.
And they fucking make a snuff film, and then they have to prove that the chick is still alive. So they get Kelly Lynch to play the chick, but the chick's sister shows up and baffles the whole fucking police investigation and says the sister hasn't been home in fucking weeks.
I can't wait till TV Guide could just be that. I could click on it. I could watch that 30-second video of you describing the show rather than just the text.
Keep it coming, cocksucker. This ain't no dream no more. It's coming together. You know what I'm saying? That's how we make things happen. At the fucking church or what's happening. Now, what else you got going on? How many weeks you got on the road? You going out? You staying in?
I'm not out as much as I want. I was cooking with gas, but this last month and a half's been a little slow. But I got a couple offers coming in, so we'll see what happens.
And you got the Punch Drunk Love.
Doing Punch Drunk with Ari Shaffir. Loving that.
And what's the other one you got?
Well, I do the Naughty Show, but I'm just kind of fucking feeling it out what I want to do. I did this. I used to do the one that you came on, but it just Vicky wanted to do her own thing, and Gareth got really busy, so we just kind of said we'll take a break and just hustling, bud. Trying to sell sponsorship shit, getting sponsorship for live shows. That's what I'm good at, and just trying to stay above water, pitching shows, trying to be fucking Joey Diaz.
I'm not pitching no shows, dog. I'm at home minding my business. I don't give a fuck. Look at this poor guy, this fucking Cuban kid tested pot. Today, I put that video up of MMA Junkie when we had him on and we were talking about what went wrong.
So what happened? Does your podcast, whenever you talk with an MMA guy, does it go? I see it on MMA Junkie. What happens? They listen, or do you say, "Hey, we had blah blah blah"?
We had the host on.
We had the host on, so somebody made a YouTube clip and put it on about what's going on with MMA and all this stuff. And then today but it's funny. I was talking to a friend of mine this morning before anything. Talking to a friend of mine this morning, and he asked me if there was a fight this weekend. And I said, yeah, I think Benson Henderson is fighting that kid, Strat, whatever his name is. I can't say the name.
Well, there's a Bellator fight. Do you watch that at all?
No, I'm talking about UFC. And he goes, you know what, I'll watch it. But he goes, I'm not really feeling it no more. He goes, it's funny, there's a kid at work that said, that's it, he's done with the pay-per-views for a while, at this last one.
It always seems when you buy the pay-per-views, it's a bad fight or not entertaining.
And then he goes, my other buddy's kind of, and all of a sudden, when I left this morning at 6 in the morning, there was already chit-chatter from Ariel Helwani and Hector Lombard. Hector Lombard said he woke up to a text from Ariel Helwani telling him his fight was off. He didn't find out, like from the UFC, he found out online that his fight was off. He didn't know. He woke up, didn't know what. If Rory McDonald And then I left. When I came back in the afternoon, that's when I seen all the positive reports that he had come back positive.
Unbelievable.
And this is the last thing they fucking need now. When was the Rory fight anyway?
I don't know. I don't know.
I can look,
I
but
think it was going to be in May, maybe? No. April?
But it's what we were talking about. It's how did Anderson Silva still get to fight?
Oh, because...
this guy got the fight canceled.
Well, the test came back, but it even took a long time. It was January fucking 3rd. It's where they sending these tests to. I told you. Just to let you know, tell that motherfucker to sit tight. It tested positive. Then they tested twice. They break the piss in half, and they test it again, and you get the result 2 or fucking 3 days later. That's what I remember in 1988 and 89 when I was taking P-tests. I think they've moved forward, correct? Everything in life has moved forward. We now have a phone with a fucking camera on it, walkie-talkies, and calendars, and I can tell where the fuck you are. And
well, dude, man, this would be the second pay-per-view in a row that they let that happen. They let John Jones fight when they knew he tested positive for cocaine, or not cocaine, but whatever you do to digest
metabolism.
Cocaine. Yeah.
Doesn't matter. Cocaine.
Yeah.
When is that fight?
I'm trying to find which fight he's in. The next one, because he tested positive. Oh, it's 186. Okay. 186 is April 25th.
Oh yeah.
In Montreal, where Roy McDonald's from. That sucks.
Yeah, that does suck, man. Who's he gonna fight? Maybe they'll put Diaz in there.
They'll put there's a couple people who could go in there. Tyrone Woodley could go in there. Mm-hmm. He just fought 2 weeks ago against Kevin Gastelman. A couple people could go in there. They got plenty of time for that.
Yeah, what's the name of the dude who fought Nick Diaz and was evading him? Like the first dude to do it, Carlos Condit. Is that the same way?
Carlos Condit is
he needs a fight, and they want a matchup.
He's looking for a fight. He's looking for a fight. And you know what? He beat him before.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the fight. Lee Syatt called it.
Boom.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
MMA sidekick.
Because Carlos was on 2 days ago.
I just need to get really high.
Carlos was on 2 days ago saying he was looking for a fucking fight or whatnot. So there you have it. Listen, it's just one of those things that the knocks keep coming. They thought that last year was bad. This year is opening up. Not good. That card in LA, and that's the thing I've been saying since day one. It's the law of fucking diminishing returns. It moved too fast, too quickly, a little too quickly, and people couldn't catch up. They confuse some people. You don't know if the fight's on Fox 1, Fox, Facebook. Just put it on one fucking thing.
Yeah.
Just put it on one fucking thing. FX. You know where it's coming from.
And dude, there's no off season. That's the big problem. Like the NFL, this is our first week off. And it's you're starting to Jones for it again. You don't get that with the UFC. UFC is every month, all the time. At least sometimes
every week. They had some weeks where they had two fights going on at the same time in different countries. Like one was Fight Pass and one was.
They got to build they got to say you gotta have these fighters, like these certain fighters have to either they're only for pay-per-views or they're on Fox. The actual network. But, it's like, don't be sending, Michael Bisping to do a fight in China. I want to see him fight on a real card. He's a good fight. I don't need him fighting in China, watching him on the internet. It's not fucking way. You gotta work smart. But it's like money. You can't do it like that, dude. You gotta pick and choose. Because you can't have just... The problem is, when you only have one good fight on that card, and that fight goes down, you're fucked. That's why they have to have Anderson Silva fight when he's popped, or John Jones fight when he's popped, because the rest of the card isn't strong enough to still get you to buy that card.
I was just thinking about it. I've never had a good time when I've bought the card. I was thinking about it because you're probably thinking, is this worth the $60? I've had good times at friends' places where I threw in 20, or when I went to go get wings or something and watch it. But I was just thinking, when I bought the thing on my cable, I never had a good time.
They want to throw up, and I'm a huge UFC fan.
So am
and I'm Dana White, classic guy,
nothing
great.
But Peters are nice. Everybody's very nice. You just sit here and go, who's making these decisions to spread yourself out that thin? Now, who's there watching this register? If you're having a fight in Las Vegas, who's in China watching the fucking register? You know, I want somebody there. One of the Fertittas or me there. Right or wrongly. What the fuck?
Yeah.
We're Jewish. Somebody's got to be there.
Yeah.
My fucking, like
Counting the
Greek-
numbers.
Like the Greeks, they always bring their mothers. Because the mothers are the only people they fucking trust. They don't even trust the fucking wife. But my point being that it's just too much. And you're right. It's just they don't have enough pay-per-view fighters. You have to have two great fights and one fight that you're like, that's fucking interesting. I know him, and I don't know much about the sport, but I know he's what's that shit Thai people do? Oh, they fight. Oh. And he's a jiu-jitsu guy, so maybe they'll knock him to the floor. People know that. People get educated. Remember, Fox is to educate people.
Yeah.
Fox is supposed to be educating people. People who wouldn't get a pay-per-view 9 out of 10 fucking times. You know, that's what Fox is for.
They have to. They have to market fighters. They have to market them. Like this Conor McGregor thing is obviously manna from heaven. I mean, his personality, people want to watch him fight. But you know, it's like there's other guys that you just gotta let people know about them and get interested in them. The hype machine has to hype some of these guys, so I know who the fuck they are.
Listen, if I paid somebody $50 million, could I hype Sam Tripoli right now? With all the hype, what could the hype do for you? You've been in this town 15 fucking years next to me.
Yeah.
How many people do we know that have paid $5,000? Hype doesn't do nothing.
Okay.
It's everything has to meet at once. Everything has to meet at once. We all know Conor McGregor's great. You know what? After that fight against Daniel Poirier, give me fucking what people want. Give him the winner of whatever, Frankie Edgar.
Jose Aldo.
Or Aldo. No, we get Dennis Seaver. You're trying to catch him up in the jiu-jitsu world, and I get it. But don't throw it in my face. And this is all I said last week. You know what? You, me, and Leah Comics, we all get a deal in Montreal. We're all having a good time. You know, deals, whatever. Maybe you get $500,000. Maybe I get $300,000. Maybe Lee gets $100,000. How would you feel if you woke up and you saw the president of Fox and Lee in Vegas waving out the fucking thing? You know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you have disgruntled people. I don't like when there's disgruntled. What's good for Lee is good for fucking Sam Tripoli.
I get you.
In an organization. So how can Conor McGregor go up in front of Chad Mendez and go, look at me, I'm staying at the Fertitta Hotel in the penthouse when you're staying in the Fighter Hotel. Right there. What's Frankie Edgar thinking? What's Jose Aldo thinking? I stay at the MGM when I fight. They put you at the Fertitta Hotel. Another picture, I saw him drinking a coconut with Dana White. I've never seen, you know, Frankie Edgar drinking a coconut or Jose Aldo drinking a fucking coconut. You know, the way they let him talk to people. And I'm a fucking Conor McGregor fan. He's a great fucking fighter.
He's a great fighter.
But I just thought it should have been handled differently. You know, it all started a lot with the Chael Sonnen thing, with him talking to people like that in Brazil.
Yeah.
You know, hey, man, 2 people do it out of fucking 80 that are killers. What does that tell you? If I went around all day going, you know, oh, Sam Tripoli has to follow me tonight. Fuck that bitch. What do you think about tonight, Joey Diaz? Fuck Sam Tripoli and fuck the rest of the show. My goal is to go in there and fuck them up and so they can't fuck. What the fuck are you talking about? Listen, Sam is great. I'm a great fighter. We'll see it, whatever. Hype? What do you want to hype? Like I said, they've been hyping Sarah Silverman since we got to this town. They've been pushing Sarah Silverman over the fucking border since we got to this town. She got 5 million Twitter followers. Gabriel sells more tickets than fucking Sarah Silverman. I'm not putting down Sarah Silverman. Do you understand what I'm trying to fucking say to you? So for 15 years, they've had this machine behind Sarah Silverman.
Yeah.
And this fat little Mexican dude is selling more tickets than anybody else in the fucking world.
In the world.
And a fucking Hindu. You know, how much push does the Hindu get?
And a black dude.
How much push does the Hindu get? How much push does the Hindu get? How many commercials have you seen for Russell fucking
Unbelievable,
Peter?
right?
So it's all word of mouth. It's like Aerosmith in 75. There was no Twitter. I'm back in the saddle. There was no Twitter. You had to fucking rock it out. There was no Twitter. So if you're good, people are going to react to you. If you have something that's attainable, people are going to react to you. You know, how many people have we moved here? How many comics have you seen that zapped you right up and we're going to be superstars? They're gone, brother. They're gone. Is it luck? No, it's how you handle yourself. You didn't shoot your load. Maybe you stuck your finger up her ass first. You kissed her neck. You lasted. When I look in the mirror and I know I'm in LA 18 years, I'm blown the fuck away. I'm not the best comic. I'm not even a great comic. I'm a fucking comic. I just lasted here 18 years. Where everybody came, went, oh, LA sucks. It's for faggots. Okay, it's for faggots. I'm going to make a living here.
Yep.
I'm going to make a living here. I'm a faggot. Watch me. And I bet all these other people are fucking faggots. You can't push what you that's what people don't understand. You can't. There's no really hype machine. The hype is you in that ring or you on that stage.
Yeah, you're right.
But they're trying to make the hype machine with like CM Punk. I was gonna ask John Lewis, but I didn't want to. We're having such a cool conversation. It just.
If I tell you guys something, will you be mad at me?
No.
I don't even know who CM Punk is.
He's a wrestler who's
where?
usually from, I don't know where he's from.
WWE.
Apparently, from WWE. Apparently, he was really good, and they fucked him, and he left. And I'm sure he's a great athlete, but this shows just how much about money it is. Because otherwise, why not put him in Bellator or King of the Cage or one of the other small ones and just give him like a deal or something?
Because
why have him right up there?
Dana wants that Brock Lesnar publicity. That Brock Lesnar was the last of the guys who could sell 1 million pay-per-views. Nobody else can do that. I think Anderson Silva might have got GSP. Those three guys.
No, it was some. Oh, what's his name?
Tito.
No, the other fucking guy.
Tito or
Chael. Chael was killing him for a while.
Yeah.
Chael killed him for like
Tito
3 or
did
4
it too.
cards.
Chael did it too through hype. But
I'll never forget. You guys want to see something interesting at home? Find the Cain Velasquez Brock Lesnar fight when Brock Lesnar loses. Watch the end when Dana White puts the belt around Cain Velasquez. Watch his face.
Just not excited.
It's not excited at all.
Well, that's the whole thing about.
You don't need to even be a psychic to know what Dana's thinking. I put so much money into this big fucking lurchy fuck for him to get beat by a fucking little Mexican. What the fuck is the world coming to? You can see it. You can see it. I put millions into this lurchy fuck for him not to get punched in the face, for him to go down like this.
Why do you think Ronda fights so infrequently? I mean, if there was one point in which Ronda, who is a great fighter, had more movie roles than fights in the UFC, because she's such a cash cow that he doesn't want. You think he wants Cyborg to come in there? I think he can put as much makeup on that chick as they want. You know, and I like thick chicks, but it's like you can put as much makeup as you want. Ronda is a cash cow. He doesn't want her to lose. He loses Ronda Rousey, it's like it's going to be hemorrhaging.
It's a bad situation. Lee, look at the fucking shape of you.
Yeah.
Speaking of Ronda Rousey, she looks tremendous on that Sports
Yeah, I love her. I'd knock the bottom
see
out
it?
of it.
I saw it. Yeah, I didn't know what with her, and then there was this fat model or something in there.
Pissed me off.
I don't understand. Well, there's porn now. The only time I ever got excited about the Sports Illustrated swimsuit edition was when I was 12.
It's symbolic. That's why. It's traditional. It's symbolic. But the fact that they put this fat chick in a bikini, it's like, if I want fat chicks in bikini, I'll go on Match.com. I don't need to see this. It's just like it's.
She's cute, though.
Dude, I bang more fat chicks than anybody
she's cute.
here.
She's a beautiful
But it's like
woman.
This is meant for it's like I like playing basketball because I want to play in the NBA. Doesn't mean I should be in the NBA. I can't dunk. I can't fucking shoot. I love basketball. But if you put me in the NBA, it's going to ruin that product. You know what I'm saying? It's like Sports Illustrated, whether you like it or not, is still a competition for who's the hottest chick in a bikini. You get a thick chick is Kate Upton. She's a thick chick. But that's hot and sexy.
The big chick from Salt and Pepper in the bikini, that bitch will bang your world.
Dude. All day, every
With
day.
that jelly ass and shit bouncing. Stop it.
Women don't even want to see fat chicks.
But a big woman and a fat chick is something different. Like, there's something about a big woman that's always like Bon Tempo. The chick who books the Improv. That's a big motherfucking chick. When she first came on the scene, that was a sexy motherfucking Aaron Bon Tempo. She had only had the one kid then, and she was recently married. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Aaron Bon Tempo rocked your motherfucking world. She had some big-ass titties and a great smile. That's a big woman. I'm not saying she should be in Sports Illustrated, but I like to see her in a fucking bikini.
I do too,
There's
but
some women that are just big and sexy. I'm not talking about...
I like Viking pussy, bro.
Yeah, I don't
All
want a
day,
chick that
every
looks
day.
like me with rolls under her
No.
bikini. That's something completely fucking different.
And that chick is attractive, but is that Sports Illustrated?
No. You know, she's attractive. I see what you're getting. I'm coming from somewhere else. I see where you're coming from. It's a product, and you can't just because you want to play football. No, but there was something about it, and I know that we dig deep. You and I take a ride to Iowa, and we'll see one of those 6'1", 165ers.
Dude,
you'll look at them.
Love them.
You'll look at them and go, "Oh my God, that woman's fucking beautiful. Look at that face on her." First of all, the prettiest faces God has put on women are on those Vikings. So gods have to scratch their head. Guys are like, "What the fuck do I fuck? What do I do? I let it throw me out the window?" They're fucking beautiful. Let's get the fuck out of here, Lisa. I want to give a shout out to my people over at On It. What do you call it?
Optimization?
Optimization. That's the fucking word. Optimization. You want the best that you could be. That's what Alpha Brain does. That's what Shroom Tech does. That's what fucking the tea, whatever, coconut oil does. The testosterone that they have.
MCT oil, I think?
The MCT oil. They don't fuck around. They want you to be the best you can be. Go to On It right now. Right now. Don't fuck around. Look at the minerals. Look at the vitamins they have. Go to the box. Check out something. Press in the box. What?
Church.
CHURCH. And get 10% off. And they also have the Stay On It program. It gets delivered right to your house on a motherfucking monthly on the 1st of the month. Stop fucking around. Iron Dragon TV. You're sitting there going, Joey, Friday night, I don't have no plans. Saturday, I'm going to take the wife out for Valentine's Day. I might take her to Sam's show. I'm going to get my dick sucked in between shows. I'm going to take it to a nice Benihana. But Friday, I want to save money. What do you got for me, Uncle Joey? Go to Iron Dragon TV. What do you put in the box?
Joey,
you get 2 free classic Kung Fu films. The Ip Man series. Listen, there's too much to even fucking spit out.
Shit.
Just do me a favor. Go to IronDragonTV.com. Do yourself a favor. This is a whole different thing. If you like the UFC and you like people getting bit slapped, classic Kung Fu is for you. You want to giggle from time to time because you'll see strings and shit. You'll see Godzilla fall from the fucking sky on the wrong set of a Kung Fu movie. Shit like that happens. Go to Iron Dragon TV right now. Dave Foley's putting some beautiful shit together. They got a couple movies that are 4K technology. Listen, go to Iron Dragon TV right now and press in.
Joey.
Boom! Get yourself 2 free fucking movies. You're sitting there. You're uncomfortable. You ever been sitting there, Sam? You're sitting there uncomfortable. Something's not right. You got to pick your underwear out from between your fucking nutsack and the cocoon that lives under your asshole. They're wrinkling up. When you go to take a shower, you take them off, and there's little speckles. There's holes in your underwears. But a lot of people don't even know where to start. A lot of guys don't even know where to start. They go to get jeans. They go, fuck, I forgot to get underwear. You know, you forget to get underwear. That's over. Go to MeUndies.com right now. They got underwear for men and women. They look tight. They're tight on you. I'm going to Jiu-Jitsu tomorrow. I break out my MeUndies. Why? Because the nutsack don't pop out of the fucking underwear. On top of that, if I sweat, it contains it. I don't have leakage going down my leg. This
swamp ass
mix. No. The material on the MeUndies pulls it away from your skin to keep everything fresh. There's no chafing. I'm not scratching my ass on a plane. None of that stuff.
Unless you want to.
Unless I want to, which is a completely different patois when you got to scratch that finger and sniff it. Go to MeUndies.com right now. Look at the selection they have for men and women. I'll tell you what, it's a fucking bargain. Go to the box and press in.
Joey.
20% off your first order with free motherfucking delivery to Canada and the U.S. That's how we roll here. Go to MeUndies right now, tonight. Don't fuck around. If you order tonight, you'll get it by Valentine's Day. MeUndies.com, where they press.
Joey.
Boom! You get 20% off. Also, this is the one I love the most. All right, so I give you On It. Some nights I give you a fucking Iron Dragon TV. Tonight I give you MeUndies. This is the best one I get for you because this one is absolutely free. Free, free, dumb motherfucker. Go to naturebox.com. You understand me? Health, nutritious, delicious snacks. Nutritionist approved. Stop going to that fucking vending machine and getting that Ugat shit, the cookies and the fucking lifesavers. You don't need that shit in your life. Not when they got fucking Nature Box delivering directly to your house. Not 1 bag, not 2 bags, not 3 bags, not 4 bags. How many bags, Lee?
5 bags.
5 fucking bags delivered to your house for free. And you're sitting there waiting for fucking the bluebird of happiness. He ain't coming. But Uncle Joey's showing up with some fucking nutrition and some fucking snacks for you. You understand me? That's how I make it happen. Do me the favor out of respect. Go to naturebox.com. Get your free fucking sampler pack. It's fucking free. There's no strings attached. There's no credit card. They send you 3 medium bags and 2 big bags. What are they pressing the box?
Joey.
Oh, shit. Joey. Boom. Get yourself your free fucking sampler box. Who's better than you? You got underwear, you got a kung fu movie, and you got pills to make you think right. All right? That's all you get right now. Don't forget, I'll be at Cap City Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And at the end of the month, I'll be in Indianapolis at Crackers bringing on that motherfucker. It's been a long time since last time I went back to Indianapolis. I smoked crack there with some black people. That's my type of fucking city. I want to thank my man Sam Tripoli. Don't forget to go to his show down in Long Beach down there. What's the name of the club?
It's Harvell's, my friend.
Harvell's, that rhymes with Carvel. 2 shows, 9 and 11. Where are the tickets? Brown bag?
Go to harvells.com.
Carvel.com.
Harvell.
Harvel.com. The fuck you
Joe,
laughing
you're the
at?
best, dude.
And don't be fucked. I don't want to be nobody's friend on Lincoln, John. No more. I don't know nothing about professional network. You want to be a professional? Tell fucking Don Corleone to call me, cocksuckers. Have a great weekend. Have a great week. Happy Valentine's Day,
Thanks
you
for having me
motherfuckers. I love you, cocksuckers. Stay black.
Joey, you were on fire tonight.